There you are. All is set.
Let's go.
The others are assembling as we speak. Are you ready to leave as well?
Avalanche. Right, this is the road to Kuldahar. We probably should try to go through Kuldahar as quickly as we can. We need a secure place to rest, then we can come back to the outer areas and cleanse them again. Invisibility would have been nice at this point. Choose where you fight. I'm not using spells on individual goblins, and that's an individual goblin anymore. Shit. Individual goblin at all. Okay, we both suck. That's great. Chicken. Right. Toward Kuldahar. Once we've secured that one, then we can go out and look for trouble. Although it's just across the bridge. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. The more I think about my second level picks, the more I think that one attack spell is at the maximum we want to take there, because it would allow us a spell that can spot invisible targets. That's basically on a level where we have almost no useful spells that we can regularly use. That are, well, rather that they are not key spells. We can take invisibly disruptions and choose sides later on, but they would compete with actual good spells at that point. So a lot of utility, little things to go our way, but nothing majorly useful. Dead end. I'm gonna tank the melee guy, kill the sleeping ones, go and kill the archer, with cause him to go unconscious, kill him, and then finish things here with the melee guy. Ah, there, ran out of arrows. quests are the ones we need to focus on. We're not gonna get level ups from killing these little shits.
Fighting their way through.
I shall be swift about it.
We'll be going back there. I don't recall all the little quests we might be able to do here, so
I
look
shall
around.
not fail.
He collects books. Bardic Horn of Valhalla. We're not a bard.
Anytime.
I'm not sure if I was to go even meet the guy yet. The druid. I need just a place to rest. We might not be able to get much out of the passageway here, but we can still get equipment, a little bit of experience, so it's still worth visiting.
Anytime.
And it could be worth some loot. I don't recall.
Understood.
Can afford anything. Scrap of goodwill. Friends once per day. Are you shitting me? Robo and Fusion. Armor class, magic resistance, lore, and cast extra first level wizards. Not great, but honestly it would be amazingly good considering what we have now. The lore plus 5 alone would be useful. I wouldn't have to spend money to identify every looking at shit. This is worthless. Piercing resistance, slashing resistance, missile resistance. This is a piece of crap too, but I suppose it's better than nothing if I don't have anything on the item slot. We might consider buying some identification scrolls, even though we want to take identification spell. Bag of holding, right, forgot about that. Has to be the top priority.
Understood. It will be done.
Guess I'll go message Arundel. I don't recall. I might get some kind of experience by just talking to the man. I could certainly use it. I think we need to be level 6 before we get 3rd level spells, so I need to get probably 30,000 experience points total at least to get there. It's not an easy thing to get. When you will have 1st level spells you can really rely on.
I shall not fail.
I've been Yes, I am Arundel. Yes. Let us say I knew of him. There are malevolent. Would that I could. These all point to. I can only tell. Though it is barely mid. I can only. Then one night, Conman's boy. The boy was. And now, the abduct. I can only. As I'm sure you have known. As if the god. That many. Another thing. While I was out scouting the balance is the harmony that is balance. When settlers finally came, Tolban was there. He also. It was the tree and town existed. I fear that the evil that is already. We were forced to both the great oak and the town nestled within its roots will die. This must not happen. We need your help. I understand. There is no other way out of this valley. Your fate. I suggest you begin by investigating go to the Vale of Shadows. Learn what you can about the happenings there, then return here and we shall discuss a course of action.
Alright.
Good luck. And
On the Vale of Shadows.
It will be done.
trap field on the Veil of
It will be
Shadows.
done.
That's gonna be a joy. We cannot possibly rely on just our spells to handle something like this. We need to keep an eye out on potions and scrolls to see us through. We need a magical weaponry to even harm some of the opponents. They're not gonna give a shit about our colored lights either. So we need pure damage. Even we need a first. Well, fire is the first level spell we can use, but we need a second level spell too. I think acid works on undead.
I shall be swift about it. Anytime.
Yetis! Oh, fuck me.
The battle is joined.
Yeah, I forgot about this. They're faster than me. No? Similar speed. Problem is, I can't just keep kiting them. I have no spells to use.
It will be done.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, when did I say it last time? Oh, this is so fucking pathetic. Barely injured! Yay! No, they lost their interest. That's actually very good. Be able to lure them one by one.
Ready. I shall be swift about it.
Also, zero shits given about the people in the town, apparently. I'm in a dead end. Wonderful. Oh my fucking god, this is horrible. I'm loading because it's
I shall not
faster
fail.
this way.
Understood.
Yeah, I need to go and take a rest simply because some things just happen and you have to be prepared for them. There was the mystery here about the guy who has basically taken control of the tavern that might be earning us some, I mean the inn, might be earning us some experience.
Understood.
So I can probably rob the place.
Understood.
Well, not wasn't totally worthless. I don't want to blackmail the guy, even though it would be probably more compatible with my alignment, because I'm afraid to lose the experience bonuses, and the experience the only thing that really matters. Okay, what options do we have? Yeah, I need to get him to confess himself for the experience. 3,200. Yeah, that's quite nice. I think I needed something like 8,000 to get the level up I need. And the prices came down immediately. Right. Only need a little under 4,000 for the level up. So another quest like that and a few kills and we're there. We might as well always pay for the cheapest room because I'm gonna rest so
Anytime.
long until I get full health anyway. So there's no real point in paying for the higher prices. That is something of a cheat, I do fully admit, but I don't care. It's like we're talking about the price of a couple of gold pieces at most.
I shall be swift
It's
about
not
it.
worth considering.
I see.
I do need to visit at least the potion guy
I shall be swift about it.
and the blacksmith. Mummy's tea. Cure blindness, deafness, and disease. Yeah, deafness cure means I probably don't want to take that as a spell.
Anytime.
Vocalize. You don't need it. You have the potions.
Understood.
Not gonna get anything all that useful out of these guys apparently. There might be some benefit in buying ales. I don't know if I want to do that. You at least heard rumors, but I can't lose intelligence. I don't recall any
It
easy
will be
quest that I
done.
could do here to get the necessary experience points.
Anytime. I shall be swift about it.
Why the fuck did they have to be undead? The next serious opponent group.
My tempers. The vision speaks true. Wait, I beg you. I have risked
Understood.
I'm way
much to
too low
find
level
you.
to even bother
I'm
listening to
certain
this.
the vision
I
spoke
see.
true. Only
It's
you can
rambling.
help my people.
Hmm.
Very well.
So anything useful? Potion back. We already have two. I'm not taking a third one. Elixirs of health. But all the prices are incredibly expensive here. Hmm. That probably means the prices they're willing to pay aren't all that great either. There's at least a couple more shops in the town. The smithy and potion
It
seller.
will be done.
I'll see if I can take care of the yetis now. they even affected by my shitty spells? Favorite spell. Yeah. And undead don't give a shit about that, no matter what we do. Save versus spell. Yeah. Contra Yeti is something fairly standard here. I want to see how long it takes to get him to fail the save, and what are the consequences of that failure. We can't keep doing this, that goes without saying, but blinding, right? And that didn't last long. Yeah, another way to fight them. Fire seems to work fairly well, but you still need a lot of fire power, more than I have in my new spells.
It will be done.
So I have trouble killing a single Yeti with my spells. So the second level spell that I get from the next level has to be a damage spell, simply because of that. Right. Don't do that. Don't target a creature, that's what I want to do. Injured. Now they're in a fairly good grouping here, that's why I don't really want to move. Not sure if I can survive long enough. If I can survive until the next casting, yeah, everything will be fine. I just don't think I can do that. Positive side, you get a decent amount of experience out of them, so they're worthwhile killing on their own. Yeah, we need about 3,000 to get stuff up now. Okay, it's workable. If we would take the Scorcher spell, we could attack a huge amount of targets at the same time. It probably would be our best bet in fact. It just isn't gonna. It's somewhat useful now. It's gonna be worthless later. If we could get through this section without having to rely on it, I think we would be better off with it.
I shall not fail. It will be done.
Have the cash to do anything. But useful spells. Invisibility is one of those things too. Do I want it as a spell if I can just have it in a potion? How often are you gonna be invisible? There are a few situations where you want to position yourself, but it's 330 for a single invisibility potion. And potions cannot be interrupted. They're pretty much instantaneous as far as effects are concerned. So do you really need the invisibility spell? I don't know. Flaming oil would be useful, but it's also too expensive. Fiery burning would be nice. Not that expensive either. I mean, flaming oil is shit and it's 400. The oil of not oil of speed. Fiery burning is a fireball and it's less than twice the amount of flaming oil. It's vastly superior. I'm not sure what the damage is, but the area effect is something like this. The oil is something like that.
I see.
They don't really compare. Has to be something I can do here to get the level up.
I shall not fail.
Warhammer of something. Hmm. To get a bracers of defense. Way too expensive though, compared to the benefit they'll provide. Giant killer sling that costs the same as a pack of holding. So a lot of trash. Staff of Iran might be useful. Plus 3 staff. It is not useful. Lions. Spore dagger. Not really useful at all. Ammo belt might be. I mean, I'm not sure what type of ranged weapon we want to rely on. Hey, do you recognize this hammer that I just found? Gunland's hammer plus 5 versus iron golems. Can hit all creatures that require magical weapons to hit. Of course. Sell him his own hammer. Ah, right. Still, that's a little bit of extra gold for us. Enough to maybe get something? Although I don't think so. Yeah, that's another worry I have. We need a magical thing to kill a lot of things at this point.
Understood.
So currently it's flaming hands? Burning hands? That's not a lot. Right, I'll race and head back to the passage. Maybe we can scrounge up enough things there so we can get something done. There's no way I can deal with the
I shall
undead
not fail.
monstrosities in large numbers.
I see.
There are shadows, skeletons, zombies, and yeti, mostly I think, in the Shadow Vale area. On the positive side, I'm willing to bet this is the hardest part of our playthrough here. We lack the offensive capability and we lack the defensive capability. We were like, once we reach level 6, things should start to ease up a little bit. We're also in the nasty place that we are not getting enough experience from fighting to get anything done. So we always have to complete quests to make any kind of progress. Although a single Yeti is 400. So less than 10 Yetis killed and that's a level up. Just a huge amount of resting before that happens.
Understood.
4 days, 8 hours. Right.
I shall be swift about it.
This is gonna be a long ass adventure as the way measured by days. I think we want to hold on to as much cash as possible until the point where we have a bag of holding. Then we can start to be more freely in spending it. But maybe we'll take a couple of the fire things the Oswald is selling. Like the fireball potions. Maybe invisibility potion so we can arrange things to be our way and then collect the enemies there and then wipe them out. There's gonna be at least a couple of hard fights.
I shall be swift about it.
So a little bit of extra firepower on those might go a long way. Oh shit. Archers? Need to get closer to the archers so they're included in the spell. Motherfucker. Goblins should be single hit kills, so I think I can kill all of them. Don't have to use spell powers to hasten things up here.
Come then.
That's wrong. There was at least one area to the north where the goblins had a little bit of a base going. I think there was some kind of magical item there that we can get. Goblin Marshal. Goblin Marshal gives 0 shits about our spells. Oh no, I killed a chicken! Not sure that has any negative consequences. I think the other chickens might be hostile toward us, but again, I'm not really seeing a huge downside in that. Wait. I can't afford this.
Anytime.
Rest attempts pretty much just have to succeed. I think there's at least an ogre in the tower ruins there. We can get killed to a suicide.
You cannot win.
Garrett.
I see.
Me will smash your face!
Hmm. He said he wanted to pound his head against the wall to make the pain go away. I think that's an excellent idea, Garrett. Hitting your head against the wall as hard as you can will certainly make the pain go away. It's an old Rickheadman barbarian remedy. Right, we'll see.
Me
Yeah.
will smash your face!
Didn't go our way.
It will be done.
Me will crush you!
But it is
Crush you to
ogre, which
glue.
means it should be affected by this. I can guarantee about 4 hits before it'll get up again. After that we can just run it around and throw a rock at it or something. Not necessary. Right, the goblins had their own little base area here in the canyon. I don't want to go there unless I have full casting potential available to me. I'm not that good of a caster. Right, I don't think I can go there. Not 100% sure though. There should be another more dangerous goblin in the ruined mill. Again, I don't think they're worth much. Yeah, you can kill a ton of them and still seem like the experience points haven't really grown at all. I think I've gotten like something less than 500 experience points from all this. Goblin Marshal. I don't think I want to even waste spells on him. Although, I don't particularly want to run away from him either. $35 experience.
Who you? I am Uligar, chief of Bleeding Eye. Bow before me and pay tribute.
Uh, no.
Do not mock chief of Bleeding Eye. You give tribute now or die.
Hmm. Alright, give tribute or die, eh? Well, it's getting pretty late. I should probably be going.
Understood.
Yeah, this
I
is
shall be
not
swift
good.
about
I
it.
have like one spell available. And it didn't do shit to him because he's too high level. Right. So we need to rest.
Anytime.
We have to do burning hands on it. I don't think we can do anything else.
I shall not fail.
Um, can't go there. This is actually a very restricted area. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you a tribute.
Anytime.
Right. I'm gonna use the spray because the orcs might be able to offer a little bit of cover for me against him. Nope. I'm hoping the pathfinding will basically get fucking over. Nope. No such luck. Feel free to cast something. Okay, that went better than I expected. Lure. What is this? This seems like a fabric. Yeah, it's doesn't even look like an armor piece, really. Like a cloak. It is a cloak. Lure could be somewhat useful in a tough spot. We certainly have the room to gather all
Very well.
those.
I shall not fail.
I don't think I went here in the regular playthrough. Probably some kind of survivor hiding here. That could be enough for us to get the level up we need. Fuck this. Burn them to the ground. Yeah, I think the smith's son was missing or something like that, now that I think about it. Maybe he's here. Come on, you can do it. He's a fucking goblin.
Understood.
Little cash, minor gems. Yeah. Shh, be quiet, or the goblins will hear us. What's your name, little boy? My name's Jermsey. I lived here at the mill with, oh, my dad and my sister. The goblins got him. Right. That's hilarious. Probably shouldn't be saying that basically because I really want the experience. Yeah. Let's take you back to the village. I'll find help for you there. Don't worry about me. I'll go to the temple in Kuldahar. I know the way. Now that the goblins are dead, it'll be easy to get there. Let's see if we get the level up too. Right. We need to make good choices here this time. Another second level spell. It's first level spell. I don't know if we specifically need anything here. No. We need the protection from evil. And I mean, we really need it. Otherwise, we can't have to abandon the demon cast summoning entirely, and I don't want to do that. It's fairly entertaining. You can take really control of them, but they just go on a rampage. We are what, level 5? Well, 1d12 magic damage and stuns the target, no matter who the target is. So we could take down even tougher targets. Problem is we're facing undead next, so this will actually be useful against them too. Protects us against a lot of effects, but it will not help us kill any of them. Magic missile wouldn't be bad. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but at a 5th level it'll shoot 3 projectiles already. And we're getting level ups fairly fast because there's no one else in the group. But I really want the protection from evil. It's not a, I don't think it's a great choice, but it's a mandatory spell as far as my overall larger plans are concerned. I'm not super keen on the demon summoning, but I want to keep it as an option. I haven't checked at all what type of other spells are competing with demon summoning, so might be that that's a wasted thing. We need damage. Absolutely must have damage. Must affect undead, so I'm pretty wary about the snowball swarm. 1d3 points of cold damage per level, up to maximum of 8d3 points at level 8. That's not a lot of damage. Like 10 points of damage on average. A little bit more, maybe. Against fire using creatures, you do 1d6 points. Yeah. So, it's basically the again as our Scorcher, which roots us in place as when the fire jet is firing. 3d6 points of fire damage to the target, no saving throw allowed. Anyone in the flame's path takes 2d8, but they are allowed a save throw for half damage. It is guaranteed damage though. That's the big deal. Also, a lot of undead swarming at us. You can just shoot at one of them and you get a huge amount of affected creatures. I think this is probably our best bet because we can manipulate the environment in a way that we can get multiple targets to be fired at a time. This is nice, I suppose, but it won't help in dealing with larger groups of enemies. Individual targets have never been really a problem to us. Always the larger groups. And again, as our Scorcher at least allows you to try something to manipulate things to work for you. With the rest, I don't see how that would work. Dickestave. It's a magical weapon. It's a staff that you create for yourself. However, so if the caster does not have proficiency, I have proficiency. Also has the power to drain the target out of 1d2 hit points on every strike. These hit points are added to the casters, but can only it's a piece of shit. I'll take the Scorcher. Yeah, I think that's a fairly solid choice anyway. Right, they're looking up for us. Except I didn't actually get it until I rest. What a bunch of horseshit. Right, so 10 attack spells at least. That's something. Ooh. Definitely haven't been here. Doesn't appear to be anything interesting here though.
I see. Invictus Kuldahar.
Is that it?
Understood.
Right. At least we did something useful. Something different from the
I
previous
shall not
time.
fail.
Well, I certainly have enough firepower to wrap things up here. Another 20,000, so it just keeps doubling and doubling and doubling. Jesus fucking Christ. I think it's around 300,000 plus per level at some point. Okay, but it won't go higher than that. Right, I want to enter here in full battle condition. Although we're not in terrible shape. Yeah, but we are not in great shape either.
Anytime.
Why aren't they attacking me? They're eating the box. I'm definitely. I was about to say I'm definitely dead, but apparently not. They run out of arrows. Yeah, I was expecting this to be somewhat shorter of a thing to kill a single fucking archer. That's better. Yeah, it didn't go exactly how I planned this, whatever.
Sorely injured.
And everyone died. Yeah, this is why we wanted to scorch her. Ooh. Smart positioning, good target selection, and it did the job of more than half a dozen attack spells with a single cast.
I shall be swift about it.
They don't seem to be doing much. I think if I cast us do an attack, they will activate, something like that. Seem to be ignoring spells for something. Magical arrows, that's it. That's my fucking reward. Good for you. I want to see if they activate if I do a physical attack. No, not really. Just can't jump. I think I need to hit them with a physical attack then. I'm trying to figure out what the trigger is. some sort of similar things happened with the goblins. Until something that I did triggered them, they were just more than happy to just let me kill them on their own. If I learn it now, it might be useful later on. Yeah, this might take a while. I think I'll just go outside, rest, and come back. I'd like to kill that one that's already near death. Single hit will probably end his life. Jesus fucking Christ, people. It's a stationary target that's eating and you can't hit it. I don't think I have a weapon skill in that in the sling though, so it means I have a huge negative on chance to hit.
Understood.
Yeah, I won't survive that. 6 days and 8 hours.
I shall be swift about it. Understood. Inventus fulcrum.
Free experience, so I'm not walking away from this. It's not much, but you never know. When you're a couple of hundred experience points away from leveling up, it's suddenly a huge amount of experience.
Inventus fulcrum.
Not bad
I
at
shall be
all.
swift about it.
The important thing was that we got the damage spell before we could go into the Shadow Veil. I don't think there's anything here anymore. There could be something there, I suppose, but I don't see how the fuck do I get access to it.
Anytime.
So it doesn't really matter. The little kid was saying he's going to go to the temple. Not sure if we should meet up with him. We already did get experience from the boy by talking to the boy himself. He would like to identify some things, but I'm not sure if I want to pay for that. The cloak could be useful though.
Anytime.
Unless it's some kind of a cursed item, I suppose. But that's pretty far-fetched. More likely it's something borderline worthless that provides you a minor benefit.
Anytime. I shall not fail.
Glimglam's cloak. +1 saving throws and armor class. Fine, it's nice, very nice. Much better than I expected it to be. Don't think I can afford anything here. I think that would make really a difference. We could take another Aganazar Scorcher. In general, I don't want to rely on scrolls unless I absolutely have to. Yeah, great find indeed.
It will be done. It will be done.
I do it rest, I think. Do I? Yep. have to sell some crap to the equipment shop. I do need to... Yeah, but the fireball potions,
It will be done.
those... yeah, I think those would be warranted. I'm not sure if they're absolutely necessary, but if we get into a bigger problem is the traps. There's a huge amount of traps there. And I have nothing to deal with that. I can have nothing to deal with that. That's, I suppose, a bigger problem. And I need to buy the ammunition belt. That's the way I can collect this magical ammunition. Not have to
Understood.
identify a few arrows at a time. Right, so I need to go to the smithy, go to the Oswald laboratory, go to the Temple of Invader. I'll see how the boy is doing. If I get anything extra reward or praise for rescuing him. I need the ammunition belt and then the fiery burning oils. Not even sure if I need the oils.
Understood.
But I don't see a downside in actually having them. If I don't need the, I'm not going to use them here. I'm going to use them later on. So it'll be used no matter what. I'm somewhat reluctant to getting rid of the fire dagger. It's a piece of shit. The thing is, I could be desperate enough for a little bit of fire damage in a certain situation. So I'm sort of inclined to hold on to it. Still, where is the boy? No boy. He told us that his father and sister were killed by goblins. Their bodies were probably once we passed on the first floor. I guess he's just gone.
Understood.
We can probably get around halfway point to the next level by simply clearing the Shadow Veil exteriors. As we clear the interiors too, we're gonna level up with or without any quests
Anytime.
completed. That would be the all important level up as far as we're concerned. Access to third level spells.
It will be done.
We are 100% reliant on spells to killing certain targets. Proper shadows. Lesser
Anytime.
shadow should be killable with the wooden stick. I'm not really sure I want to try to get into that particular game either. I can buy a single oil of fiery burning, 5d6 fire damage in a 30 feet radius. I think a fireball scroll might be in the same area of price range. 2d8 and it's 5 feet radius. I could buy a potion of invisibility, but I don't think so. The fireball potion at least makes sense to me. It's not a plan A material, but
Understood.
we at least have another option besides the Scorcher spell. We just need to create any kind of a block and tank that, and then we can, if we properly place that potion, we can if not kill them, weaken them enough that our limited spell supply will be sufficient to keep the rest. Right, so I'll just rest there and move my ass here and end it there. Still don't have really a solution for the traps. Spell shields of certain type might be enough.
Understood.
It's another question, how many spell shields do I want to take as part of my spell selection?
I
Some
see.
kind of spell protection is certainly warranted, but what type? Spell immunity might be also a thing that we want to get our hands on. Because that's usually our problem. We need to burst a little bit to get over a tough part. So if we can get a short time period immunity to something, it's basically gonna see us through. And we can just shift the immunity as we please. Yeah, I think as a rule of thumb, we are going to do it this way. We're basically trying to get a damage spell every time we get to a new level. That would be the first priority. Or rather, a spell that allows us to do damage to the opponents. It doesn't have to be a damage spell specifically, it could be a summoning spell as well. Then once we have that, then we'll try to see what type of utility we might be able to want to get from that. But the biggest problem is killing things at the moment. And the game has a lot of undead, so a lot of these wouldn't work on them anyway. So gather up the heirloom. Yeah, that's a quest we might want to do. Yeti caves. The Yeti are most vulnerable to the few spells I have, and they have this family heirloom, which will be probably at least 3,000 experience. Then we get around closer to 30,000. I mean, it's 400 per Yeti. That's easily 7,000 total just from killing a handful of Yeti and completing the quest. So ending at around 30,000 is no exaggeration. But I think before we want to get any closer to the bosses of this next area, we want to be on level 6. So third level spell, that would be Fireball, Fire Arrows, or Melts Minute Meteors, something like that. I don't know if I want the Fireball, it's proven to be fairly shit to be honest. Fire Arrows also fairly shit because it's not enough to deal with masses by any means, and usually you have a lot of other means to kill powerful bosses. Those minute meteors are good against everything, but they require a lot of time to actually deliver the damage. But it's a magical weapon, hits accurately, and does physical and fire damage. Worries for another time.